Hello, pilots, and welcome back to Flight Academy. It's time for Season 2. This series is brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming, and my name, as always, is Phil. 11 players go head-to-head in a round-robin single-ship tournament to find out who is the ace pilot. The format rules are in the description below, but joining me for round 3, we have...
James. I'm here. I'm supposed to be unbiased, but in this game, I'm going to make an exception.
I mean, you're clearly going for the Y-Wing, right?
No.
Absolutely. As soon as I saw the list as they were sent to me and Wes said he was bringing Poe, I was just like, yep, I think I know who James is backing for this tournament. I think the only other pilot that you might have backed over Poe could possibly have been Nien Nunb, if I'm thinking rightly.
Yeah, I do like him. He's fun.
So, but hey, take it away, James. Tell us what Wes has got.
Wes has brought Poe Dameron, the Trigger Happy Flyboy version, the original one, with Heroic, BB-8, Pattern Analyzer, and the Integrated S-Foils.
Nice, simple, staple.
Yeah.
It's a great choice. I mean, Wes decided to go quite tricky last season with Vonreg. I think Poe is a really good choice because he's versatile, but he can also be really tricksy at the same time, but you don't have to rely on that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options with not that many upgrades, unlike his opponent.
Yeah. Duncan has loaded up a Y-Wing. So he has Cavil in the Scum Y-Wing with marksmanship, ion cannon turret, proton torpedoes, R4B11, proximity mines, false transponder codes, and shield upgrade.
That is a lot.
I mean, that fits in 75 points. And again, to remind everyone, we are doing 2.0 ship builds, 2.5 rules. We call it 2.25. Welcome to Flight Academy. But yeah, that's a lot of upgrades on there. And I mean, we've seen what Cavil can do.
His ability combined with that ion cannon turret is just brutal, especially in a one-on-one.
I mean, he can just focus things down and just control what they're doing. So Wes has got to be really careful there. Obviously, he wants to get in and get those attacks in early, but he's really got to pay attention to where that turret is. I think this does, in my opinion, favour Poe more than it does Cavil, because Cavil likes to have the higher initiative so he can rotate that arc.
Yes.
He's got that perfect knowledge.
Poe here has a very good opportunity to stay out of Cavil's direction.
Yeah. So
especially
I think
with BB-8 on board.
Oh, the maneuverability.
Most people tend to stick with the R4 for more blues. Fair enough. I do think, especially with the newer rules, the new list building stuff, BB-8 might get a bit more of a showing, especially since he's also now one of the few upgrades that is like changing your direction before you move.
Yeah, there's not many that can do that, and I do think, again, as you said, with the new list building options, I think we will see more things like BB-8, and some of the other more obscure astromechs might pop up a bit more, which I quite like, because there's some really cool astromechs out there that don't see the light of day that often. But it looks like we are about to have our first shot, and Duncan will not be able to do an ion cannon because that turret is pointing to ship left. So Wes is happy about that.
Yeah, the fact that
not so happy about
these proton torpedoes is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming, I can't remember the exact points, but Poe probably can't afford to have those.
No, I believe, if I remember rightly, Poe in 2.0 for the Trigger Happy Flyboy was around 63 points basic.
I think that might have been the other one.
Oh, to be honest, there were two Poes and I never really ran them. So, but you couldn't quite fit it on there, especially if you wanted Pattern Analyzer, which
the
is a good choice.
Pass Analyze is a really good combo with the BB-8 version of Poe, because you can spend your BB-8 charges and then you can still do red maneuvers, get behind the opponent, and keep up your attacks, right? Whereas the R4 version, you're not really doing a lot of red moves.
Yeah.
So you just do a 2 sharp turn that's blue, clear your stress, and then just keep turning with a boost.
Yeah. I mean, if you had R4, you'd probably be better off with like advanced optics or something on there. So pattern analyzer works really well. What I love about this Poe build is his charge as well. So giving him the option to double action is almost like an old school.
Oh, it's brilliant. And the combo with BB-8, I mean, it's Poe and BB-8. You'd hope that would work well together, but being able to go, right, I'll reveal a blue. I'll do a boost with BB-8, right? That can change your direction towards an opponent if you need it, or maybe do a barrel roll, because BB-8 lets you choose either. You've done a move, spend Poe's charge to do a red action, and then in order to do BB-8 in the first place, you have to dial in a blue. You do your blue maneuver, you clear the stress you just took, and then you can take your regular action. You've done 3 actions and you've got no stress.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing. Granted, only 2 charges on BB-8 to pull it off, but especially with like the new turn limits, and even in a one-on-one, those 2 turns of no stress and a lot of action economy can be amazing.
Yeah, and if you at that point need more tokens, you kind of got to think, are you relying on it too much? But that's 4 hits there.
That is a good shot.
1 of 8. That's all 3 shields off of Cavill there. That is a great shot. But that turret, it's facing Poe right down now.
It is facing Poe, but also, even if Poe does get Ioned here, can Cavill really capitalize on it?
No, he's not in the best position for that. Oh, does Duncan's...
I think it's the best roll.
No, but he's got that target lock.
Spends it. So Poe is going to get Ioned.
Yes. Yeah, he is Ioned. Only 2 dice, 4 hits, so 1 shield. Again, normally it would be 2 Ion tokens, but it's single ship. We're only putting 1 down because we don't have that many. And you don't... Well, I mean, Wes has put 2 down there, but you only need to put 1 because they're both going to go. Yeah, the difficulty now for Cavill, as he said, is he's...
Like, do you just go slow, turn a little bit, and try and keep Poe and Arc and eye on him again?
Yeah.
The mine is a good idea.
Yeah, dropping that proximity mine. Again, like the matchup with Wedge, though, I don't think Poe's going to land on that. And if Wes is clever,
because he's clearing it on a blue Ion move, so next turn he can probably just BB-8 around the bomb.
Absolutely.
I mean, you'd hope so, at least.
Yeah. Although, I'm looking at Cavill's position now. I quite like where he is. He has gone slow.
Yeah, he's definitely got a chance to Ion again.
Yeah, moving that turret. But I'm also thinking, if for some reason Poe isn't ionized next turn, he could drop a proximity mine there and really guarantee that that's going to go off, because Poe wouldn't be able to use his BB-8 to get out of there, because I don't think he's got enough room to barrel roll to the right.
That's fair.
And if there was a proximity right on Poe's left, he can't barrel roll there, so he could almost guarantee the prox mine there. But we'll see what happens. So clearly, no shot from Poe. He doesn't have anything cool to do out the side.
Not opting to take the little turret that T-70s can take.
Oh, that's a great roll for Wes. Terrible for Duncan. Oh, if only he really wished he had the well, he's got nothing to change it. Nothing to change it. Oh.
Poe got very lucky there. I mean, yes, I am cheering for Poe, but even then, 5 dice and nothing. Ouch.
I mean, that's next level luck there. So let's see. Are we seeing that?
I think you're right in that there is going to be another mine here. Oh,
Oh,
what's that
I
take?
I think a trick has been missed there.
Ah,
I
I
really,
guess
I
maybe
really
saying
do.
it from. Maybe Duncan's not aware of
Of the
BB-8.
BB-8.
Was forgetting
Yeah.
about it, maybe.
I mean, Duncan will no doubt correct me in the comments. He's been great about letting us know what
Yeah,
his thought
I've
process was.
seen I've
But
seen quite a few
I,
video comments.
I don't think Duncan flies resistance. So
Yeah, there's the BB-8 charge.
this is absolutely the right way of using BB-8 here.
I definitely find that I use the barrel roll BB-8 more than the boost, which probably means I probably should just use the standard BB unit, but it's BB-8.
Yeah, it's BB-8.
He's literally my text tone on my phone.
Awesome. I just think that BB-8 is you get a lot more options there with it, and
Oh, it's brilliant for like an opening engagement, just to close that gap a little more and have a really strong opening shot.
yeah.
Like Wes has brought exactly what I would bring to this.
He's put himself in a
I've got to go for him.
Yeah, he has put himself in a really dangerous position there. He's still within that ion cannon turret arc, but he's very close to the edge of the board. I'm a tad nervous.
So scary.
Especially when we brought the edges of the board in slightly. Oh, I'm nervous for it now.
So there's a lot of finger pointing.
Yeah. Although, you know what? If Cavill could take out Poe, it would make him probably the scariest prospect in this tournament, having taken out Wedge early on as well.
Yeah, Cavill is so many tricks. He's got a turret, he's got torpedoes, he's got mines, he's got the false transponder codes, and he's got a lot of health.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, he's essentially got 270 degrees of causing damage to you. Because if his turret's in the side, he's got protons, main gun out the front, turret in the side, bombs out the back. It's really difficult to stay safe from that. Oh, 3 hits. What's Wedge got in the tank? Oh,
heroic.
Bags. Heroic.
Good old heroic.
That's 2 evades.
I can't see
That's 2 evades.
It's 2 evades. So it's only damage, no ion.
Heroic has saved the day. Oh, you cheeky.
Good old heroic.
That's so good.
It's such a staple, especially on the T70s.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Do you take... what else is 2 points at the moment? Like, it's even better than the backwards tail slide. The X-Wing specific ability.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. It's a staple. Yeah. But what we'll do whilst Duncan is repositioning himself, guys, just want to remind you that if you do like what we are doing here at Out of Arc Gaming, you can support us in the Patreon with the description, with the link in the description below. I'll get my words right at some point. We've done a lot of commentary recently, but if you do like what we're doing, you can support us on Patreon with a link in the description below.
Is that the Talon roll?
Oh, I think it is.
Smart move. Now facing into the board, much safer for Ion, and he's got a shot, I think, if he goes to the middle, if that fits.
He's got a shot if he goes at either position, I believe, looking at it.
Yeah,
it's just as
going for that. And then pass an analyzer, he can still take some kind of action.
If it was me, I mean, the target lock's great. I think I would have boosted, though. Possibly because he's...
I mean, I'm quite aggressive. I might have actually used Poe's ability to take a focus as well.
Oh, but he doesn't need it. 3 hits and a crit.
Wow, and he can save that target lock for another turn. Brilliant.
Yeah. The only thing I'm concerned about right now
is a mine.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that mine do?
So it's an auto damage. And you roll 2 dice.
Okay, so potentially 3 damage.
Yeah.
But to be in a position where you've just done 3 as
2
well,
hits and a crit, yeah.
Potentially 3 for 3.
That is... I couldn't quite see it. I think it's a wounded pilot. We'll see it hopefully pop up on the overlay in a moment. Looks about right. Just those red dice, they're just causing heroic 2 triggers.
Another heroic.
Can't heroic a second time.
Well, I mean,
though.
that does happen a lot with heroic. But
Yeah.
getting the dodge earlier was much more important.
Yeah, but that's 1 damage and an ion. So, stunned pilot, sorry there. So, Prox Mine drops.
Yeah, just putting it on the table to show that that's been used. There's no point measuring. Yeah, it's hit Poe, definitely.
I mean, there's no way you're avoiding that.
I still think your call earlier for potentially blocking that BB-8
Yeah.
is good. Well, unless Poe somehow ends up going over the other mine now, it seems unlikely.
It seems very unlikely, but there was another damage in there, so
I'm
it is
curious
half
to
on
see
half.
if Poe's going to have a shot this turn. Although with a bank from Cavill, I think he still might.
I think he might as well.
I would have been tempted to just go like 1 straight with Cavill, because I think that would have left Poe maybe without a shot.
The angle would have been really tight there. But we will see, because right now it's half and half, and if Poe can't manage to get 3 damage through, we will be going to extra time unless... Oh, Duncan obviously can't...
Oh, the stunned pilot. So choosing, I think, to fix his crit rather than rotate the gun? Or which one's stunned pilot?
Stunned pilot. So after you execute a maneuver, if you've moved through or overlapped an obstacle, suffer 1 damage. So
okay. That's. I mean, I think with the board as it is, you probably leave it.
Yeah. But yeah, definite shot there.
Poe now has the focus, which he's allowed to take on the ion move, and he still has that target up from last turn. He's actually got a better shot this turn than last time.
Yeah, double-modded shot. And again, Duncan can only get 1 damage through because the only thing he's got on him is that ion cannon turret. And it's allowed him to walk ships off the board previously.
He nearly has ioned Poe onto 1 mine and nearly off the board. So yeah. It's doing work. It's just missing out on those crucial moments.
Yeah.
But here we go. Range 1 from Poe.
Oh, good job. He's got that target lock.
Yeah, target lock.
Oh, just 2. And you can see where's his frustration there.
Gonna live, especially with that.
Gets 1 through though. But big question, is Poe going to be ioned this round?
That is a 5 dice ion cannon though. That is... That's a great idea to bring to...
Oh, spend that focus. Poe, no damage, no ion.
Takes nothing.
Poe is now fully in control, and we are going to be going to extra time.
And Poe still has a BB-8 charge, and he's not stressed at the moment, so he can get a really good turn off.
Yeah.
Right here.
So just to remind everyone, obviously, with this initial 20-minute timeline, if there is no clear winner at the end of 20 minutes, we have an additional 5 minutes to try and settle the matter. If after that time we still don't have a winner, then we go to final salvo. But possibly got a different crit down there than Stun Pilot.
I was just starting to think that because he rolled last time.
I think it might be Wounded Pilot.
Do an action, maybe take a stress crit. I can't remember the name of it, but okay, no BB-8.
Maybe thinking he doesn't need it
for another time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit too enthusiastic to use BB-8. I tend to use him like 2 turns in a row, just for like 2 really good turns. straight away.
And then
Just
need
burning
it in
through
the
all of
last
my
turn.
resources, then going, all right, let's see what I can do now.
I've been going for focus, pose, Poe for target lock.
But now Poe is stressed, and now you can't use BB-8.
Yeah, and it's not range 1 either. But target lock, spend that focus.
That's
That's
3.
it.
3 to dodge.
With 1 dice.
Doesn't have
Sorry.
it.
That's Cavill down. Gets the evade though, so can't knock that. Wow. Well done, Poe, but still amazing work there from
well done,
Duncan.
Poe. He did also get very lucky not to be ioned off the board. Cavill's cannon turret is scary.
I mean, Duncan had himself in the right position for most of that game. It's just his dice decided that it wasn't happening.
Yeah, that turn with blanking on the 5 dice just...
Yeah. Like, it was a great game, and again, I'm absolutely loving Cavill in this. I think it's a great ship, and I think it's got the potential to go all the way, but also Wes is doing well with Poe. He's getting in there. But that's game 2. So James, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, especially for this game with Poe.
Absolutely. But guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. The link for the Patreon is in the description below. Got it right that time. And we will see you next time for game 3.